Good morning. So I want to do another one of these. I am only just beginning to wake up. I have had a small amount of coffee and a shower, so my brain should be alive enough to have thoughts and whatnot. So let's give it a go. This is how to balance writing for yourself versus writing for your audience.
Agni asks, how do you balance the need to write for yourself and also be aware of your audience? I don't really care that much about my audience, I think. I have some tweets about this. I can maybe try and look them up later. But off the top of my head, I did spend some time...
This is totally irrelevant, but there's this rapper named JPEG Mafia, and he has a song called What Do You Think About NeoGAF Dying? And the song just goes basically, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. And oh man, basically you remind me of that.
In like my late teens, early 20s, being very audience focused and very audience driven, meaning I was writing whatever I wanted, but I prioritized whatever I thought my audience would be interested in. And over time, what happened was I ended up optimizing for whatever was getting me the most views, whatever was getting me the most clicks, and that was not good. That was, I ended up feeding the outrage beast a little bit, even though I was still me, and I was trying to be measured and fair.
I want to pause you because, yeah, that is a huge danger that can happen, but I wonder which metrics you were optimizing for exactly, because, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it almost sounds a little bit blind the way you were doing it if it was just optimizing for whatever was getting attention, such that it led to sort of like lopsided point of views and dramatic ideas. Something that's on my mind right now. I'm not doing it, but the whole ship 30 for 30 thing, and those guys, talk a lot about data-driven writing, and I obviously have like 7 years, not obviously, but I do have 7 years as a direct response copywriter. And yeah, there are a lot of different metrics that you can go for, so I'm just curious which you were actually targeting.
And whatnot, but I did still end up, the things I chose to talk about and the way I chose to talk about them was kind of semi-incentivizing something that I didn't like, and I got sick of that eventually, and I decided to walk away from the whole thing. I closed down my blog, and I
sounds kind of like my career.
switched to journaling for myself in my 1,000-word vomits project, which is public, but nobody was reading it, and even now not many people read it because it's not meant to be readable. It's deliberately meant to be as inaccessible as possible. And in that space,
just a quick aside, that is actually how I discovered you. I haven't read many of them, but I have read a few, because I never made a goal to write as many words as you did, but I basically did what you did, just because I journaled so freaking much, and I was wondering if anyone else in the world did such a thing, and I Googled, and I found you, and so what a happy accident that was.
I've written so much for myself. I've written over 700,000 words. I've effectively written my own Bible, right? And so I feel like I don't really need to care that much. I don't know if this is me trying to make myself look good. I don't know how I do it, honestly. That's the truth, I guess. I just write what I write in the space that I'm given, which is my Twitter account or my blogs, and sometimes I start to get tired tired of writing for an audience that responds to what I write, and then I switch to writing for myself in private. And then when I start to feel tired of that, I switch to writing for an audience. I think that's the most honest answer I can give, which is I just do what I feel like doing. Hope that helps.
I don't know, I like that a lot. You can definitely get stuck. You can get stuck writing for other people, and this is massively what I experienced in my career as a copywriter and as a marketer. Is that, you know, you're not writing for yourself, you're writing for the audience, and you're writing for someone else's audience, no less. And so you have even less of an interest and connection with them. I'm saying you, I mean me. And so that gets really, really tiring. At least my relationship to that endeavor was such that it was extremely, extremely taxing. But yeah, so that's like one side of the coin, and then obviously like the whole starving artist opposite side of the coin is doing entirely what you want, and completely disregarding any concerns about what the audience likes or cares about. And so yeah, trying to find a middle is and always has been for me I don't know what word. I was gonna say struggle. Sort of, yes, a struggle, but that's not in the whole story. It's also fun, you know. I tweeted recently that 2021 was basically the year that I was burned out on marketing, which is not the whole story, because actually, basically, the last 5 years are all years in which I was burned out on marketing. But I think 2022 is shaping up to be a year in which I'm massively lit up by marketing, because it is a fun thing. You know, I know a lot of people have a lot of grievances about marketers and marketing, but this is a story for another time, I suppose. But like, I got into it because I wanted to get better at like connecting with people, and that's kind of, in a certain sense, that's what it is about, you know. You see a group of people over there, and you are over here, and you have some stuff that you think is awesome, and you want to share with them, or you see that they have some issue or problem that they want to solve, and you make that bridge, and that's a fun thing. It's connection building. It doesn't have to be aggressive and sleazy and all these things, and I think you're proof of that. So I'll cork that rant for now, but yeah. I could say a lot more probably, but this would just drag on, so I'm gonna stop this one.